all trustee candidates. And they're all going to introduce themselves. Please be courteous to them all. Start right now with Rich.
Just a brief introduction here. My name is Rich Anderson, running for the Township Supervisor. I've been living here for 17 years, been a volunteer firefighter for 16. I've been captain, training officer, and currently hold the secretary treasurer position. In the Township, I've also, on the Zoning Board of Appeals, I was a substitute. I was the zoning administrator, and I'm currently on the Board of Review for the Township taxes. Again, thank you for being here tonight.
I'm Don Blackman. I've resided in this community for about 26 years now. I have, however, for the most part, lived here all my life. My wife, my son, daughter-in-law, 2 grandchildren reside on additional 8 in the same area where we do. I've served on the Keeler Township Board for 15 years. Prior to that, I also served on the Planning Commission. And once I became a member of the board, I continued to serve on the Planning Commission. Before I became a Township Board member, I was also chairman of the Planning Commission. And I also served on the Keeler Township Appeals Board as well. Thank you.
Rich, before you start, this is also a test of how you project your voice in conducting a meeting, so put it out there so they can all hear you. We don't have a sound system there. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rich Daniels. I'm running the board supervisor as well. I live over in Sister Lakes, on Big Crooked Lake, with my wife Stephanie and my 2 children. My kids attend Grace Christian School, and my family attends Sister Lakes Community Church. Sorry, gotta get my game on here, I guess. I currently manage about $22 million in retail sales in Benton Harbor. Prior to that, I had 20 years of banking and finance experience. I'm a graduate of business communications degree from Northern Illinois University. And before that, I served in the United States Army. And during Desert Storm, I was a platoon sergeant in the Recon Scout Platoon in the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. I currently sit on the board at Lake Michigan College for their Community Construction Advisory Board. I sit on the committee for Benton Harbor Habitat for Humanity, in their Construction Advisory Committee. And I also I'm also a steward for the Cornerstone Chamber of Commerce here in Southwest Michigan. I'm a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the American Legion, Desert Storm Veterans Association, and lastly, I'm a graduate of the 2010 Lake Michigan College Community Leadership Academy. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about experience tonight. I just find that most people are going to say that their experience revolves around their experience on the board or affiliated with the previous board that was voted out. I mean, personally, that to me is kind of like saying I was a crew member on the Titanic. So, I'm an independent person, here to answer your questions, and thank you everyone for coming out in this dreary weather to hear us all talk. So, thank you.
My name is Joseph Shaw, most of you know me. I've lived in Keeler for 32 years. I retired from the Van County Sheriff's Department after 29 years. I was the contract deputy for Keeler Township for 12 years. I've been the code enforcement officer for Keeler Township for 15 years. I'm currently the zoning administrator and code enforcement officer for Fort Haven Township. My wife and I live in Keeler. We've got 2 grown kids, and I have 4 grandkids that I love very much. They mean everything to me. It's one of the reasons why I'm running for this position as supervisor, because I want to keep Keeler Township going in the right direction, focused the right way. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carmen Fleischauer, and I'm one of the candidates to run for Keeler Township trustee. Thanks everyone for coming out in this weather, and thanks Tom for doing this again the second time from last week and this week, and Keith for videotaping. If anybody wants to see what happened last week, get on to sisterlakes.com, and it's all on there. I've been a resident in this community for 30 years. I'm married for 36 years, have 2 grown children. Neither one of them is married, no grandchildren or anything like that. I've been working as a realtor with Cressy and Everett Real Estate for over 14 years. And the reason I am running is I'd love to have the opportunity to try and bring our community back together again. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, and so that's one of my primary goals, and also to serve the community. I've been living here for over 30 years, in the Chicago area, and I'd like to give back a little bit. Thanks for coming.
Good evening. Tom Landis, been a resident of the Sister Lakes community for 35 years permanently, Keeler Township for the last 25 years. There's a picture of me somewhere as a 2-year-old in Magician Lake in front of Happy Land, because I've been coming out there all my life. My wife Debbie, 13 years. I've been an insurance agent in St. Joe for the last 22 years. My experience coming on the board, the zoning administrator for 5 years. This is on my flyer. Feel free to grab one of my mailers. Zoning administrator for 5 years. Planning commission for the last 10 years to this present time. Member of the Township Ordinance Update Committee. The ordinances have been updated every 10 years. I was a member of that committee in 94 and 2004. As a member of the joint Silver Creek Keeler Township Water Quality Study. It was a study committee to determine whether the sewer system was something that needed to be done or not. Also was a member of the Keeler Township Master Plan Land Use Update Committee.
No, sir.
And I've got a BS degree in political science from the University of Illinois, class of 76. I'm running, deciding to run for trustee. The ambulance issue aside, I'm concerned about the lack of experience that is potentially electable onto this board. We lost, again, 80 years experience with the recall election. And with the experience that I've got working with the board for the past 16 years, qualifies me to step right in and not have to learn on the fly. This is not the time to be training people on the fly. This kind of works right into my reason for running. If anybody saw today's Herald Palladium, there's an article about more than half local communities and townships are in financial trouble. The prior board has done an excellent job managing this. It's not a sinking ship, as Rich is alluding to. Our Plant Moran audit just a week ago, the most recent board meeting, indicated great reviews. We've got a solid balance, and it's a forward-thinking board, and I'd like to continue that same tradition, that same leadership that our board has shown. Thank you.
My name is Kimberly Hall. I've been a resident of Keeler Township now for the past probably 22 years. My husband and I have been married for 26 years. He's lived here all his life. We have a son who's 20, who's on the Township Fire Department, and works for Formal Fire Care part-time. I guess my reason for running is to try and bring the community back together as well. It gives some new places, and I just think it's time for a change. Thank you.
For those of you who were at last week's meeting, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to give the same speech I gave last week. I'm Tim Pitcher, lifelong resident of Keeler Township. My family's been here for 150 years, and I own a business in Sister Lakes. The reason we're here is because of the ambulance situation in the township. For a lot of personal and compelling reasons, I am in favor of Sister Lakes ambulance. At our Keeler Township annual meeting this last year, our then board was asked if they could postpone signing a contract with Coloma Ambulance Service until they found out what Silver Creek was going to do. Well, Silver Creek sent a letter out to their constituents asking them which service they would prefer. And the majority of the responses said that they wanted to keep Sister Lakes. Now, Keeler sent out a letter was not to ask us what we wanted, but to tell us what they were going to give us. And I don't think that was very democratic. A little history of the Sister Lakes Fire Department. Years ago, my father and a group of gentlemen from Sister Lakes personally bought a pumper fire truck. Back in those days, if there was a fire at Sister Lakes, Keeler was hard pressed to get there in time to do much of anything. So their thought was, if they could put a little water on a fire until Keeler showed up, they may be able to save somebody's house. They approached the town board at that time, and they asked for $35 to buy fuel to keep that truck from freezing. And the board said, well, you know, you've got a fire department that's located in Keeler, we're not going to give you any money. Well, that kind of put a boat under their saddle, and they proceeded with a lot of hard work and effort to make a real fire department. And the legacy can be seen today at Sister Lakes with the wonderful building, the equipment, and the very well-trained, excellent, and professional staff. Yes, I am for Sister Lakes. However, if I was on the board this last year, and if it was determined that the people in this township actually wanted Coloma ambulance, then I would have had to put my personal preference, my bias aside, and vote for Coloma. The purpose of the board is to represent the people that put them into the office. Our last board was not doing that. I'm an honest man, and I have integrity, and I'm looking for your support. Thank you.